So dear children, we'll start with example number 6. We'll continue with example number 6. After that we'll go to exercise 8.1. So this is the last example in the introduction part, that is example number 6. ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram in which P and Q are midpoints of opposite sides AB and CD. See, ABCD is a parallelogram. If it is a parallelogram, obviously opposite sides will be equal, that is AB is equal to CD. And what that is stating, P and Q are midpoints of AB and CD, then AB will be equal to BP and CQ will be equal to DQ. Now if AQ intersect DP at point S and PC intersects BQ at point R, show that APCQ, where is APCQ? APCQ is a quadrilateral, APCQ is a parallelogram, and DPBQ, where is DPBQ? DPBQ is a parallelogram, and PSQR is a parallelogram. Before that, we will write what is given to us. So what is given to us? ABCD is a parallelogram. Now what I need to say next? Because of that, AB is equal to CD. Opposite sides of a parallelogram will be equal. So then AB can be written as C. And since P is a midpoint, of AB, therefore AP is equal to BP, and Q is the midpoint of DC. So what can I write? DQ is equal to QC. Fine. So next, AB can be written as AP plus BP, or else it can be written as AP is equal to BP. It can be written as 2AP, or else AB is equal to 2AP. Next, DC can be written as DQ plus QC. So it can be written as 2 times QC because DQ is equal to QC. So DC is equal to 2QC. So now we know that AP is equal to, AB is equal to 2AB. So we know that AB is equal to CD, or else 2A times AP is equal to 2 times QC. So these two will get cancelled. AP is equal to QC. I'll call it as equation number 1. So next, and even we know this AB can be written as 2 times BP, and even DC can be written as 2 times DQ. So we know that AB is equal to DC, or else 2 times BP is equal to 2 times DQ, or else BP is equal to DQ. So I'll call it as equation number 2. Please note this down. Next, so I'll consider APCQ in quadrilateral APCQ, and we know that AP is equal to CQ. This is from equation 1, and even we know that AP is parallel to QC. Why? Because AP and QC are parts of AB and DC respectively, and AB is parallel to DC. Since AB is parallel to DC and AP and QC are parts of it, that is the reason. So AP is parallel to QC. So I'll call it as equation number 3, and I'll call it as equation number 4. From 3 and 4, what can I conclude? I can conclude APCQ is a parallelogram. Okay, we proved first part. Second part, this is first part. Second part, DPBQ is a parallelogram. So similarly what we can do, so or else we'll prove it. Okay, so in quadrilateral DPBQ. So we know what we can write. We know that from equation number 2, BP is equal to DQ. This is from 2. Just now we proved. And BP is parallel to DQ. Why? BP and DQ are parts of AB and DC respectively, and AB is parallel to CD. So that is the reason BP is parallel to DQ. What can I write? I can write it, I can call it as equation number 5 and equation number 6. So from 5 and 6, what can I write? From 5 and 6, what can I write? I can say, so DPBQ is a parallelogram. DPBQ is a parallelogram because one pair of sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel. Hence we call that quadrilateral as a parallelogram. That is theorem number 8. That is theorem number 8.5. Sorry, that is theorem number 8.8. From theorem number 8.8, what we can say, if a pair of sides are parallel and equal, then we can call it quadrilateral as parallelogram. See, next third one. So third one I'll prove it here. Consider quadrilateral, or else in quadrilateral PSQR. In quadrilateral PSQR, what can I write in quadrilateral PSQR? So I can say PS is parallel to QR. PS is parallel to QR. Both see PS and QR are parts of DP and BQ, respectively, and DP is parallel to BQ. That is the reason PS is parallel to QR. Next, SQ is parallel to PR. Why? So we need to write a reason. What reason I need to write? See, SQ and PR are parts of AQ and PC, and AQ is parallel to PC. What can I write? From 7 and 8, from 7 and 8, PSQR is a parallelogram. PSQR is a parallelogram. Why? Because both the pairs of a quadrilateral are parallel to each other. Then we can conclude that particular quadrilateral as a parallelogram. Please note this down. I will start with exercise 8.1. First question. The angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. Find all the angles of a quadrilateral. See, let x be the common ratio. Let x be the common ratio, and therefore the angles of quadrilateral will be 3x is to 5x is to 9x is to 13x. And so, and we know that all the angles of a quadrilateral, all the angles of a quadrilateral, so sum of all the angles, sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral, sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral will be equal to 360 degree. This is angle sum property of a quadrilateral, angle sum property of a quadrilateral. So what did I tell? Sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. So what are the angles? 4 angles, that is 3x plus 4x plus 9x plus 13x is equal to 360 degree. So I have considered x be the common ratio. That is the reason I can write 3x is to 5x is to 9x is to 13x. So I multiplied common ratio along the all the terms of the ratio, all the terms involved in the ratio. See, 3x plus 4x 7x, 7x plus 9x 16x, 16x plus 3x 19, 19 plus 10, 29. See, 3 plus 7, 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 9 16, 16 plus 3 19, 19 plus 10 29x. Is it 29? Wait please. 3 is to 5 is to 9 is to 13. 3 is to 5 is to, so this is 5. I made a mistake. This is 5. 3 plus 5 8. 8 plus 9 17. 17 plus 13 is 30. 30x is equal to 360. So x is equal to 360 divided by 30. So 3 1s are 3 12s. X is equal to 12 degree. So we got x as 12 degree. Therefore, the angles of a quadrilateral are, the angles of a quadrilateral are, first one, 3x is equal to 3 into 12 36 degree, 5x is equal to 5 into 12 60 degree, and 9x 9 into 12 108 degree. Next 13x 13 into 12 is equal to 12 12s are 144, 1 more 13. So 3 plus 4 7 5, that is 157 degree. So these are the 4 angles of the quadrilateral. Please note this down. So second question, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. Say ABCD is a parallelogram, and what they have given, DB is equal to AC. DB and AC are the diagonals and they are equal. In that case, we need to prove that is a rectangle. So to prove the diagonals, to prove a parallelogram as a rectangle, what we need to show? We need to show one of the angle is equal to 90 degree. One of the angle is equal to 90 degree. If I am able to show one of the angle of a parallelogram is equal to 90 degree, then I can conclude that parallelogram as a rectangle. See, so what is given to us? ABCD is a given. What is given to ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle, and so ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. It is given to us, and what they have given, AC is equal to BD. The diagonals of the parallelogram also equal. So what I need to prove? ABCD is a rectangle. I need to prove ABCD is a rectangle. To prove ABCD is a rectangle, what do I need to show? One of the angle, either ABC or DCB, either one of the angle should be equal to 90 degree. Then we can conclude that parallelogram is a rectangle. So what I need to do for that, I will consider consider triangle proof. So these are the exact steps. So first we need to write down the given data, then we need to note down what we need to require to prove, that is to prove, then it is the required proof. So in triangle ABC and triangle, see, I'll consider these two triangles ABC and DBC, which includes two diagonals. In triangle ABC and triangle BCD, AC is equal to BD. So AC is equal to BD. And what can I write? BC is equal to BC. BC is equal to BC. And one more thing, what can I write? See, angle CAB is equal to angle. So I showed AB is equal to, and even I can write AB is equal to CD, because opposite sides of a parallelogram will be equal. So this is common side. This is given. And AB and CD are the opposite sides of a parallelogram. Opposite sides of a parallelogram. Now, what can I say? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BCD. Fine. So, what can I write? Angle ABC is equal to angle ABC in this triangle. Angle ABC in this triangle and angle DCB, that is DCB. This is because of CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now, so what can I write after this? Say angle ABC plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because angles on the interior angles on the same side of transversal, angles on the same side of transversal. So interior angles on the same side of transversal. See, if I see AC as a C, if I consider AC as transversal, angle B and angle C are the angles on the same side of the transversal. If I say angle B and angle C, they are the angles on the same side of the transversal, and that will be equal to 180 degree. So now we proved ABC is equal to DCB. I can write it as angle 2ABC is equal to 180 degree, or else angle ABC is equal to 180 by 2, 290. So angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, one of the angle of parallelogram ABCD is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, hence ABCD is a quadrilateral. ABCD is a quadrilateral. ABCD is a quadrilateral. See, we proved one of the angle is equal to 90 degree. So any parallelogram you take, the sum of two adjacent sides of the sum of angles of two adjacent angles, the sum of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram will be equal to 180 degree. That also you can give a reason. Or else interior angles on the same side of a transversal will be equal to 180 degree. Or else co-interior angles of a quadrilateral will be equal to 180 degree. So any reason you can give, already you studied it in the 8th class. So that reason I have given. So with this we were able to prove one of the angle of a parallelogram is equal to 90 degree. Hence we concluded that parallelogram as rectangle. Please note this down. So third question, show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angle, then show that then it is a rhombus. We need to show that it is a rhombus. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at 90 degree, we need to show that it's a rhombus. So to prove it as a rhombus, first I need to prove ABCD as a parallelogram. Then I need to show all the sides of a parallelogram are equal. Then I can conclude this quadrilateral is a rhombus. So okay, now what is given? So given OD is equal to OB, OC is equal to OA, and angle AOD is equal to angle angle DOC is equal to angle AOB is equal to angle COB is equal to 90 degree, because the diagonals are bisecting each other at right angle. That is the reason, since they bisect each other, that is the reason OD is equal to OB, OC is equal to OA, and they are bisecting at right angle, so all the angle will be equal to 90 degree. What is required to prove? To prove, what do I need to prove? ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, to prove it as a rhombus, what I need to show? AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD, and even before that I need to show it as a parallelogram. See, in triangle AOD and triangle COD, AO is equal to OC, it is given, and angle AOD is equal to angle COD is equal to 90 degree, this is also given, and OD is equal to OD, it's a common side. Okay, so therefore triangle AOD is congruent to triangle COD. This is from SAS congruence criteria. Okay, now what can I write? See, since AOD is congruent to triangle OCD, what can I write? AD is equal to CD. Why? Because CP CT. Next, I will call it as equation 1. Next, in triangle. So next, in triangle, AOB and AOD, AOB and triangle AOD, these two triangles are AOB and AOD. I need to consider adjacent triangles because I need to show adjacent sides of a quadrilateral are equal. So next, OD is equal to OB, OA is equal to OA, this is given, and OA is a common side. Next, angle AOD is equal to angle AOB is equal to 90 degree, this is also given. So because of that, triangle AOB is congruent to triangle AOD. So what can I write? AD is equal to AB. AD is equal to AB. Now, so I'll call it this as equation number 2. Now I'll consider a triangle. In triangle AOB and a triangle BOC, AO is equal to OC. See, these two triangles have AOB and BOC. So now what can I write? AO is equal to OC, this is given, and then OB is equal to OB, this is common, common side, and angle AOB is equal to angle BOC is equal to 90 degree. This is given. Next I can conclude triangle AOB is congruent to triangle BOC. This is because of SAS congruence criteria. Fine. Now what can I write? AB is equal to BC. Why? This is because of CPCT. This is also because of CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So I'll call it as equation number 3. So from 1, 2 and 3, AD is equal to CD, then AD is equal to AB, AB is equal to BC. So what can I write? AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. So what can I say? Since opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, so hence ABCD is a parallelogram. And all the sides are equal. Sides of parallelogram are equal. And hence what we can conclude? Hence ABCD is a rhombus. Please note this down.